Hey, what's up, Dean? Here Performance at the shop, and 34 is in front. She's all done, wrapped up. I finished that auxiliary plug wire. I ran it over and I actually put it in the fuse box on the backup and cruise. So that way it'll only power on when the key is on and you don't leave something plugged in by accident. I wrapped up the fuel pump wire going across and the AC condenser for the relays, and then I wrapped up a little bit more of that harness up top going down. It's so hard to get this out, so I gotta plug the AC back in. Good thing I looked. So, yep, one-handed. It's really hard to do. Alright, that's plugged in, and then I just kind of wrapped up as much as I could. It's still a little bit of a mess, but kind of is what it is. I got the ground directly on the frame. That's that extra cable. And then I came up and P-clamped the two of those to an existing hole. That is the battery cable going to that red panel, and then that is the ground, which I have to get this one off the cylinder head. I keep forgetting. I gotta get this one off the cylinder head. But other than that, everything is done on this. And then jumped on the Cobra. I swapped them so that this one can leave. And this is what I got done. I got the carburetor off, I got the fuel pump off, and then I took the distributor out, took all the weights off of it for the mechanical advance, and I flipped it, put the nut and everything back on, so it's fully locked out now. It's back in and should be very, very close to the 45 degrees. I put a tiny silver mark on there, and then down on the distributor you can almost see it right there. That is where the rotor is sitting, so that is very, very close. Should basically fire right off. I got the Terminator Stealth throttle body on, throttle linkage is all back on. I have to, this is PCV and that's brake booster, so I might have to take this hose and maybe extend it and tee it in over here. Either that or turn it and come over here. So I have to do that. So what else? There's the block off plate. You can see the black with the orange silicone. It's got a gasket and the like high temp silicone, and once it's set up, probably Monday, once it's all set up, I'll take some acetone, wipe it all off. So basically what needs to come out is kind of out. I think what I'm going to do is that fuel line runs back to that filter right there. You can barely see it. That filter right there. So I may swap that filter out for the EFI filters. And then there's the other filter. I think there's another one back here. So I'll swap those two filters, get the lines adjusted, and just make a new line to go from the front of that filter. It'll basically follow suit where that one is, except it'll come up and over to the throttle body. I thought about moving it to this side, but all the throttle linkage is in the way, so we ain't doing that. But I think the black looks good. There's not any chrome on this car, so to put a polished throttle body would I mean, there's a chrome breather, but to put a polished throttle body, I don't think it would really suit it all that well. So I like the black. I think it looks sick with the black distributor, and everything's black, you know, other than the machined aluminum. Like the heads are machined aluminum on the front, distributors machined aluminum. I think it all looks good. It's even got a black water pump. Like, why would you put a polished one on there? But anyways, maybe one day what they could do is machine some bowls, like machine the ends of them flat so they're more like the machined aluminum look. That would look pretty sick. Or some on the sides, machine them, you know, where you could see the machining. That would look pretty cool. Yeah, so pretty far along. So what I got next is all the harness stuff. So this is main battery, which I believe the battery is in the trunk under the floor. Then this is the main harness. So I'm gonna open it up Monday and kind of lay it next to the car, get an idea on how it's gonna go. I need to, there's an ignition, see this one. I think what I'm gonna do is pull all of the extra wires out. There's 4 extra wires in this plug, and this is a big 12 pin plug or 10 pin plug. The thing is huge and it just looks ugly. This is what plugs into the throttle body, and to have another big plug out there is just ugly. I only need that purple and then that green over there in the middle. Those 2 wires go to the distributor, and then there's this white wire. I believe it's this white wire right here, is like a points output that goes to the MSD box, and then that's what fires the coil. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have to figure out, I believe this is not it. Where is it? This, yeah, this is it right here. This one here, the purple and green, I believe these go into the car to the MSD box. That's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. So I will most likely take these and pull them all the way back out. The harness goes up there and then kind of loops back there. Yeah, I see a purple and a green over in that harness there. So maybe I'll just pull it to the plug and take them out of that plug if that's the plug that they go to. But we'll see. And the other thing I will have to do is figure out where I'm putting the hole for the big harness to come through. Don't know where they got their hole. You can see it from inside. But so yeah, moving along. Try and keep this neat, you know, tucked back so you kind of can't really see it. This is coolant sensor, I believe. No, map sensor, which I don't think don't need that one. So I may pull apart the harness right here, take these wires and cap them off inside, so that we don't have any confusion. I still got to get the fuel log off of the carb. Not a big deal though. And then, you know, moving on. So pretty much everything that has to come off of the car other than the fuel filters is pretty much off the car. Those are all the main parts right there. Pretty much everything now is going back in. The distributor was something I wanted to get done. I was supposed to get all that stuff done yesterday, but that decided to chuck the belt off, and I didn't know the belt routing. Oh, I gave it to him. So I had to kind of go back on a couple of videos and figure out how the belt went, and it's a crazy routing. So I got it back on. We're good. I drew it out. You can see it on the seat right there. That paper. I drew it out big for him so he doesn't have that issue again. So I got his stuff all packed up. I got to throw it in the seat, and that's it. So for this one, That's it. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Leave me a comment, and as always, have a good day.